Hello and welcome, subscribers. Thank you all very much for watching me or watching this video. We're going to be taking a look at various options of our precious metals. So we're going to be looking at gold, platinum, palladium, and silver. And of course, we'll also be looking at that creature we call Bitcoin. So we will be taking a look at that. We got Luck of the Irish straight in. Man, how you doing? Luck of the Irish. Good to see you. I hope you are keeping well. It's been a while. I'm glad you can make it this time. Hope you can hear me loud and clear, at least for now. So we'll take a look. I'm just checking something out quick. Won't take long. Luck of the Irish, and as moderator, done. Super. Wow, David. Wow, guys, interesting. Little YouTube symbol appears up here as well. So welcome to the stream, everybody. There it is. Welcome. David Carlisle, he says, not here, man. Not here, man. Hi, Limey. Good day, Silver Limey 79. Morning, everyone. That's Aussie Alchemist. We got Silver Ripples. We got Bigfoot, Silver Hide and Seeker, and we got Sucker for Silver as well. He's in. Nice company BTC today. Absolutely right. Am I in? No, I'm not. Would have certainly been a good option to short, I reckon. So I just want to see if yeah, you guys can't see me, which is great currently at the minute. I've got the camera rolling, but obviously I don't seem to be, you can't see me on the video yet. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. I only see one like on there, yet I've got 4 people watching or listening for that matter. Hey chatters, Silver Ripples, man, how you doing? Wow, we're up to 7. Fantastic. Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at a few things, so let's get cracking with silver. And I've also got an interesting article there. Just a few things quickly, guys. In the description, you'll find information there. I've got donating information. I've also got, I've increased the amount of donators to 10. That'll be the next time we have the next draw. It'll be at 10 donators. So there's space there for 5 donators. So if anyone's looking at donating towards the channel, go ahead. You'll see the details there. I'd really appreciate it as well. And then we can get the next giveaway up at 10 donators. Multiple people can donate. So for instance, if Jody or RPM, they decide to add, do another donation, then their name will go into the next slot. So therefore they'll have a better chance of winning something. So just keep that in mind. David Carlisle, we got Bigfoot, Silver Hide and Seeker. We got Silver Junkie here. Fantastic, guys. How you doing? We got Luck of the Irish. He dropped in here first. How is Luck of the Irish? How is Luck of the Irish doing? Welcome to the stream. Sucker for Silver says, nice pump on BTC. How you doing? Bigfoot, Silver Hide and Seeker. Just checking through here. He says, David says he's not here, man. I guess he must. Oh, there we go. Luck of the Irish. Smash that like button. Fantastic. Luck of the Irish. Hi, says David. Fantastic, guys. Whoa, that's what says the chart man. The chart man is back. It's that usual 2-day cycle. We got Redneck Stacker in here as well. Wow. Redneck Stacker, man, how you doing? And let's get. How you doing, guys? How you doing? Fantastic. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be taking a look at a few things. Not much really happening on the precious metals front. Silver had a decent pump today. It's sort of pulled back slightly, unfortunately. It sort of hit resistance. So we're going to be taking a look at the chart there. You can pretty much see it there. We got a nice strong wick on the upside in this area here. So it certainly looked like, to me, it looked like we were going to eventually be retesting this level. However, one good thing has come out of this is that we've ended up above the 20 EMA, which is the exponential moving average. For those that are not sure what the abbreviation means, you've got a simple moving average and a exponential moving average. The exponential moving average incorporates a lot more data to work out the averages, whereas the simple moving average is pretty straightforward. I always prefer to use the EMA, so hence why I use it. So that's this yellow line. You'll see, and put in the community post today for those that missed it. You'll see there I updated you guys and I sort of explained it. However, also take notes in the, if you move your cursor, I think it's to this side of the screen up here. Just do that for me, guys. You'll see there's a little I button. I've added some videos link. There's the first time I'm sort of trying it while I'm live streaming. So you'll see the, what's the maple leaf? Hardly the maple leaf. The Germanium Mints coins that I recently unveiled there, and you'll see a few extra videos. So be sure to check those out. Also, I've also included the last live stream video for Friday. Be sure to check that one out as well. Fantastic. There you go. Aussie Alchemist says, don't be resistance, become support and join SilverGiveaways79 here. Thank you very much for that. That's just fantastic. Mudswat says, good day, Aussie Alchemist. Hey, Bigfoot, Silver, Hide and Seeker. Right, back to the charts, everyone. So where does that put us now? Okay, well, we can obviously see here we've created a zone of support here. That is the orange, the 50 moving average. So we can see there our candles ended just above that, and of course we retested the 20 moving average, and now we finished. Well, not sure we finished. We still could finish below it. However, we are just above that, which is great. So hopefully now that's going to create support, and we can start chipping away at the higher levels here and really start to take on that $18 level. You can see it there. We came close there at 17.95. However, we are moving into a significant resistance zone. So that is the reason why we just couldn't get there. It's too early. So we're going to have to build up momentum, really push up and get ourselves back at least into this area here. Currently, where are we in regards to our 20 moving averages? We're still not looking too bad. We're above our 20, which is great. So all we need to do is perhaps start to work up on breaking that 18 and get ourselves back in. It's still going to be tough though, guys, because if you look here between 18 and pretty much 1840, it's going to be, it's looking a bit dicey in regards to the resistance structures. Because there is strong resistance in this level here. So the moment we're in there, it's going to be an uphill battle to clear this level here. But at least it is looking positive. However, we're still in a downtrend. So when we talk about downtrends, it's our resistance areas, and there you go. You can pretty much see it there. That is our resistance. You can see we came pretty close there, but the resistance is just too strong in that area. Let me just get this right. There you go. Where is our support? Well, our support is pretty much in this zone here. So you can see there where our support level is. We go pretty much from the lower end support, which is down here, and we touch it with the second lowest support level here, and we draw a line through. That is our base support. So what that means is that it should technically, if it should touch this level and then bounce off as this creates an ascending support line. This is our resistance line, so you can see it there. It's touching those wicks. However, we're placed nicely for a breakout because we're on the upper scale of this area here. So what we could do is we could see ourselves breaking resistance here, smashing through resistance here, and creating a new level of support in this area. However, the move would have to be pretty strong. I mean, would probably have to see a 60-cent move up to the upside to get us to test this area and break through. However, that's not impossible. That's still very much possible for us to get a 60-cent gain. Gotta go. Cheers, Bigfoot, Silver Hide and Seeker, Aussie Alchemist, don't be resistance, become support, and join SilverGiveaways79 here. David, how you doing? David's just saying hello to everybody here. Mudspot, what the heck is a limey? What the heck is a limey? Mudspot. Having trouble with my connection. That's not good. Okay, well, hopefully everything's okay. Redneck Stacker. What the heck's a limey in Englishman? An old sailor. That's what they used to call them, lime juices. Hey, SilverGiveaways79, happy breakout, says Silver Giveaways. Depends, I suppose. If you're in Bitcoin right now, yes, you would be extremely happy. I'm not in yet. Good day, Silver Giveaways. Driving says Jody, man, Jody, how you doing? Welcome, my friend. Let it burn down. let's burn it down, Silver. There we go. Let's have a look. So I got to sell some silver to get a gold tooth, apparently. I'd say that is a thing of the past, really, having gold teeth. But I suppose anything's possible. Yep. So that is our next area of resistance here. We pretty much have got to clear this level here in order for us to see a positive breakout. Because yes, we can still have a breakout from this level, however, it is still a lower high. So we pretty much got to get at least above this level here and really start to work our way up. It's in a bit of a tough zone currently at the minute. However, it's not possible to see a good 60-cent gain to get ourselves back up into a decent territory. Right, so let's have a look. Let's have a look at gold. What's gold doing, guys? Well, all I see is sideways movement. It's pretty consistent and clear as day. Pretty much this is the 10th of September and this is the 9th of October. So we've had a pretty good, interesting month in regards to consolidation, sideways movement. So for me, excellent sign, which means that we could see a movement to the upside at some point. What that means is, let's have a look at resistance areas. Where is resistance? Resistance is futile. For any of you that have seen Guardians of the Galaxy, sorry, not Guardians of the Galaxy, man. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There it is. There it is. So we are starting to get sandwiched between these two lines currently at the minute. We've got our resistance line running off the top here, and then we've got our support line, and it's all starting to converge in this area here. That is awesome to see, because we were building a support line on the 20 moving average. We've broken through here a few times, and we're just sitting just above it. For me, that's a pretty good sign. We're also again attempting to break out from this position here, so you can see it there. The lines are really gonna compress, really force gold into a position where it's either going to have to break down or break up. So if we see it break out, then more than likely we're going to be retesting this area here, 1535. If we break down, however, then it's pretty much going to be back down to 1471, 1470, maybe even a resistance at this area here, 1488. We could see it down to that level. However, this does look pretty good. I would be pretty happy there to see a decent breakout. A good move to the upside would certainly, at least a $20 move to the upside would be great. And that'll definitely put us in breaking just this resistance line just softly, hopefully get just a little bit over it and start. Obviously, old resistance then becomes new support, and that's what I want to see for gold currently. David Carlisle, I mentioned you in your video last night on Cajun Coin Hunters channel. Please go watch the replay. Lovely. Mudswat says still staying above 1500. Yeah, I know it is. Pretty amazing stuff. Peter Bowes, man, how you doing, Peter? It's good to see you. RPM Limited, fantastic. Hi guys, how you keeping? SL79, I'm very well, thank you. Guys, don't forget, there's some content on this side here. Sorry, click the I button. You'll see 3 videos drop down. If you haven't seen that Proof of Silver Kruger round of 2018, definitely worth a look. I've just got the coins graded as well, so grading is fantastic. Super happy, and I've just submitted some more stuff in for grading, and they've received it, and I should have grading on those coins by the end of the week. So I'm flying, guys, which is great. Super happy at the moment, and I'm looking at my next purchases. Hopefully, going to be picking up some Proof Queen's Beasts. That's my next thing to get, and I might even get some more Silver Krugers. Let me know what you guys. I mean, what's your next purchase? What are you guys thinking of getting next? Yeah, so gold for me is primed for a breakout, just because we've had consistent consolidation. Yes, we had a retest. We were rejected, back down again, but more than likely, I'm going to see us retesting this area here. It's definitely on the cards. Right, let's look at platinum. Platinum, guys, is really looking interesting. Yes, on the daily, it doesn't look particularly that great because we've got a major resistance zone. Here you go. Okay, our support line is very tight. Look at this. This is our support line, which is looking very tight indeed. Look at that. Okay. However, platinum, that's on the bottom side of things, but hopefully this is the build-up for us to start retesting higher levels, because we've had a pretty interesting level. Pretty much the last week, we've sort of been in sort of a sideways movement with a bit of up and down, but marginally we are holding the 100 EMA line, which is great. And then, of course, we're above it, and we're retesting the 50. So in all likely time, we're probably going to retest that 900, which is going to put us at that 20 moving average. So I can see us breaking through this level here at about, probably finish up in the sort of late 890s for a retest of the 20, and then from there, hopefully on the upside. But it's still pretty early days here, but we need to, there's major resistance ahead, because we've got resistance at the 50 moving average, we've got resistance at the 20 moving average, and then of course we have the descending resistance line, which is all the way from early September. However, you know, we haven't totally reversed all our gains. Still looking pretty good at $890 an ounce. Gold is at $1,507 an ounce, up 0.1%. Silver is currently up 0.23% at 1776. So certainly some interesting moves there. A lot of people saying hello here. Great. So this is Nick Mulner. How you doing? How's your XRP, Jody? My XRP is looking pretty good right now, but I'm sure Jody will inform you a bit more. Yeah, I'm still got my XRP, and it's the only thing that I have at the minute. And yeah, it's at least it's going up in value, so I can't really complain there. But I've missed out the shorting. I've missed out shorting Ethereum there, unfortunately. Mistimed, so I've got to wait now for the pullback. Silver Ripple says we'd love to get a kilo silver bar if it has a big dip at the at year's end. I collect 1 kilo silver Geigers now. I think I do want a 1 kilo in gold too, but XRP has to buy the gold ones. There you go. DB Stupid, man, how you doing? Good to see you. Fantastic. There's some awesome people in here, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate to see everybody here. Anyway, let's get back to, okay, let's look at Palladium, guys. Okay, Palladium currently priced at $1,679 per ounce. I've created a resistance and support line. You guys can pretty much see that here. It's probably not many times I've actually done that, but you know, we've been in a great channel here, which is interesting for those looking at Palladium. I'm going to take a look at Palladium a little bit more closely. I'm going to have a look at it on the weekly. That's where Palladium is, guys. I mean, that is one heck of a run. And I'm talking about, you know, not long ago, we were sitting at $478 an ounce for Palladium. And pretty much since then, check that out. That's pretty much where it bottomed there, about 478, 460 maybe. And then since then, it's just been gaining value pretty consistently. So if someone invested $460, right, and it's currently today at $1,679 for an ounce. That was only 3 years ago, really, that Palladium's performed to such an extent. I mean, you think you've probably gained about I lie, actually. It's gained about at least $1,100, maybe $1,200 an ounce. Actually, $1,200 an ounce of Palladium that you would have invested in January 2016. You would have returned $1,100 an ounce. I can tell you something. If someone had bought Palladium at that price, right, at $460 back then, 3 years ago, that's not a long time ago, and people had quite a bit of money back then. So you know, you would have had a good chance of buying a fair few ounces at that particular rate, a price. I mean, if you think now, gold's at $1,500 an ounce. So buying palladium back at those prices, even if you were paying $600 an ounce with a bit of a premium, you're still netting $1,000 profit per ounce of palladium if you bought at 600. So it goes to show if you keep the investment for longer terms, that's where you're going to get the benefit of it. It's almost like compound interest, I suppose, when you look at it. The longer you keep the precious metal for, the more likelihood that it is going to appreciate in value. As I mean, this is evident here. January 16, 460. Look at that, going up, going up, going up. It never went below 450 ever again. And $1,679 an ounce for palladium, guys. Absolutely mad. Right, let's check some comments. XRP is looking great on the 12-hour, says Silver Giveaways. Is there a reason Bitcoin spiked? News. I tried to find some news out there, funny enough, and I couldn't see anything in relation to it. So I'm still skeptical at this stage. I am also saving fiat to be able to catch a stock market drop in the near future. Nick Molnar, doing good. Silver Limey 79 had an amazing day, and it's not over yet. Well, my day's pretty much over. World Stalker, man, how you doing, World Stalker? Good to see you. It's good to see you, my friend. Guys, if anyone's interested in looking at donating to the channel, please check the description there. I was talking about it earlier. I've added in another 5 slots for donations. Next giveaway will be at 10 donations. For those that would want to repeat again, of course, open to yourself. You can consider donating again. I'll just add your name in so you get a double chance of winning something on the next giveaway. So be sure to check that out. You'll see details in the description for that. And a special thanks for those that have donated. You guys are just awesome. And we also had a chat giveaway. Unfortunately, Kevin Rose isn't here, so a bit disappointing, really. The last 2 streams he hasn't turned up, and he won the Friday giveaway. Mudswat says, "Hey Clinton S, how you doing?" Silver Ripple says, "Hope we say that the same thing about platinum in 3 years." Yeah, absolutely, man. Clinton S. Will Stalker says, "I only invest in XRP. Moonboys told me to." The Moon Boys are out in force. Doing good, Mudswat. Have a great day, and it's not over yet. RPM Limited says, "No new money in the markets, just exchanges for Bitcoin." There you go. Mudswat, awesome. What happened, Nick? Anything you can share? I'm gonna crack on with Palladium here. Yeah, so imagine that in 3 years you would have made $1,000 an ounce, and more than likely you probably would have had. I'd say there's probably a good chance you would have built up a fair few ounces of palladium, and you could have 50 ounces, which I don't think is too much considering what staggered over time. So if you had 50 ounces and you'd netted $1,000 per ounce, guys, you'd be smiling all the way to the bank with a good 50,000 profit. So it just goes to show, give it time with precious metals, and that's where you'll make the gains. We'll even take a look at platinum. I think that is going to be an interesting one. Let me just get this ready on the weekly. Okay, so let's look at platinum and see where that was in January 16. It's looking good. So look at that, guys. January 16. Not as much of a move as palladium. Check that out, guys. Platinum and palladium were basically the same price, which I find. Oh, hang on. Oh, that was palladium. That's stupid. Sorry, guys. There's me looking at the wrong freaking chart. Hang on. I think I've got the palladium chart there again. Right, there we go. That's the platinum chart. Right, I'm on the right chart now. Right, where do you think platinum would have been in? Oh, there we go. Would have been far higher by the looks of it, or not necessarily. Jan 16. That's where we were. $815. That's still pretty high. if you think, guys, I think Palladium was has caught a lot of people unawares at the momentum that Palladium has done. It's pretty shocking for me, actually. Platinum and in January 2016 was $815 an ounce, and today's price is $892. So over a 3-year period, it would have only netted you, if you'd kept everything and not sold it on the let's just say on the highs, it would have basically given you a 80, call it 70, 70, 78, no, 80, $84 profit per ounce. So not really much to write home about there, I think. Let's look at gold. Let's take a look at gold. So definitely Palladium is the king for profit over 3 years. So let's look at gold. All right, so there we go. I've got that on the weekly. So we're going to go to January 2016. There it is, January 2016, guys. The gold price was $1,000 an ounce. You'd still be smiling, don't get me wrong. If you bought at 1,060, premiums would have been far lower than Palladium. However, the margin of growth that Palladium has done has been a parabolic. Gold, look at that, guys. In January 2016, would have been $1,060 an ounce. So roughly, you would have netted $440 an ounce if you'd kept it over the 3-year period. That's how much you would have bought. However, obviously, you would have bought you would have had more back then, because it would have been a little bit cheaper than it was today. So even though you would have only made $440 an ounce, Palladium would have netted you at least $1,000 per ounce if you'd invested at the same period, and you would have had more Palladium. That's pretty damn interesting. This is an article I came across today. We're going to be taking a look at. It's 75 years later, and it's in relation to the Bretton Woods. Lessons of Bretton Woods have been forgotten. And it's by this fella here, Christopher Vecchio, CFA, and it's published here by Daily FX. I've got the link in the description, guys, so you're more than welcome. This is too big to go over, but it's bringing some interesting points there. Definitely worth a look. So you'll see the details in the description there. I'll be back to posting videos soon, says Will Stalker. Fantastic. He's a supermodel. Hey, old Clinton S, man, how you doing? He says he's got to run. Have a phenomenal day. I like it. Cheers, Clinton. Thanks very much. I gotta run too. 3 a.m. Wow, man. Early. I was gonna say it's early for you. Smash that like button for Limey. Thanks very much. Silver Ripples, man. It's good to see you. Supermodel. Nope. Wow, that's cool. Congratulations. 30 years. Precious Metals updates, man. How you guys? How are you doing, man? And everyone in the chat. Jeez, fantastic to see you. I mean to know. I didn't mean to not know the future back then. Nick Molnar. He says, I'll be celebrating my 35th anniversary in 2020 for my photography. Fantastic. Right, let's take a look at this. This is Bretton Woods then. It's 75 years anniversary of Bretton Woods conference was at the end of July, and the concerns that Bretton Woods tried to address back in 1944 are reasserting themselves as significant threats to the global economy in 2019. As lessons from Bretton Woods are forgotten, the US-China trade war represents a true existential threat, to the post-World War II international trade order, and in turn the globalized economy that has grown out of the ashes of history. The US dollar may be facing long-term structural disadvantage as the rise of China and other economies in Asia at the time when Western economies are struggling. Calls to end US dollar hegemony as the world reserve currency will also grow louder. This is why we're in a good position, everybody. Looking for longer term forecasts in gold and silver prices, check out Daily FX trading guides. 75 years ago this July, policymakers from around the world gathered in a quaint New Hampshire town called Bretton Woods, with the global economy at a nadir thanks to the devastating impact of World War II. Policymakers were keen to take advantage of the crisis, a significant turning point in human history. A new framework could be developed that would prevent another conflict in the scale of World War I and II from ever taking place again. Given the state of affairs for the global economy, particularly the rise of protectionism, visas, tariffs, it's a good time to remember why Bretton Woods system was agreed upon in the first place, and why the lessons of the two world wars may have been forgotten. In turn, the consequences for the US dollar and the global economy over the next several years could be extremely destructive, guys. Okay, I'm not going to go too much into this. Bretton Woods has its roots in world wars. Obviously, it goes around. It's, you know, in 1914, it goes about the Great Depression, fascism, and so on. A brief history of trade wars, 1900 to 1950, resolving the nation-state globalization conflicts, the 1944 Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. Again, there's a lot of information in here that could give you a bit more insight of what could happen down the line. So be sure to check it out. The link is in the description. Check it out, guys. It's up to you if you want to learn a bit more about what happened in the past and the things that we can learn from, and that may have an impact in regards to what we hold in our safety deposit boxes. Montreal says, "Cool, man. You doing an acting? No acting. Oh, here we go. For me, lol, I'm running for mayor of my town in 2021. That sounds great, Nick. I wish you all the best there." I get to hang out a little on Limey Stream. Awesome. It doesn't happen often because I'm usually working. Yeah, it's those time zones, man. But yeah, fantastic, Nick. All the best, my friend. Yes, so be sure to check that out. So the link is in the description. All right, we're going to be taking a look at cryptocurrencies. The cryptocurrency market. This is CoinMarketCap. Just going to refresh quick. We can clearly see the 24-hour volume is looking pretty hot right now. I mean, it's still up there, numbers-wise, in the 60s. It's 65 billion, 510 million, 382,348 is 24-hour volume. Bitcoin dominance is 66.7, which basically means that we've seen a lot of money going into the alts currently, so it's holding Bitcoin dominance back. Market cap up to 232 billion, 188,276,496 dollars. We've got total markets 20,670, and cryptocurrencies 2,961. Top 5 crypto. Let's have a look. Bitcoin up to 8,614, volume of 19 billion, 106 million. $608,781, up 4.73%. We've got Ethereum up to 191. That's a 24-hour volume of 8.8 billion, 9,718,669. It's up 5.89%. We've got XRP currently up 1.87% to 28.26 cents. Up. Volume is looking pretty good, guys, and this is one thing to keep a watch out for. XRP volume had, you know, in the past has been predominantly below $1 billion, pretty consistently, way below the other cryptocurrencies. So it's good to see it basically double. It's almost practically doubled its volume, which is great. That's what I want to see. So 1.5 billion, 1.5 billion, 6.8 million, 945,531 dollars in volume. Then we got Bitcoin Cash at $238, way off its highs. Interesting though, but up 3.64%. Tether as well. If you look at the Tether volume, a lot of Tether buying currently at the minute, and that's marginally up. Litecoin in number 6 place, up to $59.55. That's 3.81%. And we can see there the curves. It's looking pretty interesting. I want to bring up the Bitcoin chart now, and we're going to take a look and see where Bitcoin is currently at the moment. Let's check the chat and just check the comments. Sweet, I just copied the link, Limey. Thanks very much for that. Awesome. I will read it later. Awesome. I can't see anything. I'd step away. I'm back now, says David. David, I hope you're well, but hope you're well there, my friend. There is a link that Limey is talking about. It's definitely in the description, guys, so make sure you check it out. Dave, you're always here, even if you're not here. Thumbs up there. Let's have a look. Give him a thumbs up. Right, okay, so let's check out Bitcoin on the chart here. Just waiting for this to load up and then we can get a proper look. There we go, we can see that pump. This is Bitcoin on the weekly. Right, just out of interest, we're going to take a look at 2016 and see if you'd invested money in Bitcoin in January of 2016. What do you think the price would be in 2016, guys? I'm already finding the price pretty interesting here. Let's have a look. Where are we? Let's have a look. June, July, May, April, February. I'm not even going to zoom in, guys. Let's have a look. January 2016. Right. January 2016, Bitcoin was worth $436, right, guys? So, I mean, currently Palladium is, especially from the precious metals market, for a return on investment. Return on investment is massive in Palladium. So if you'd bought Palladium in 2016 in January, it would have cost you $460. Not far behind it was Bitcoin, currently priced at $436 for one Bitcoin token. Look at today's price, though. Massive gain, right? So if you'd bought 436, let's say you'd bought, you could have easily bought over time, maybe 10 Bitcoin, something like that. Would have cost you 4,000, call it 5,000. Nowadays, people struggle to even buy one Bitcoin because of the price of it. Right, so at 436, it would have made you $8,200 profit for just waiting that 3-year period. That's ridiculous. So Palladium falls into second place currently with that sort of move, but still a move all the same. Quite substantial indeed. Anyway, it's all about today's price, so let's look at the weekly for Bitcoin. Right, there's our pump for the week. Extremely strong pump. It's been a while since we've seen something like that. That would pretty much be beginning of September. We had a pump there. Since then, it's been red for 4 weeks. And pretty much the last month, Bitcoin's been in the red. End of story. I suppose at some point on that, we've held the 50 moving average for literally 2 months. You can see it there. We've touched and then we moved across. Not much volume. However, we still maintain that 50 moving average there. So on the weekly, naturally, that would have put us in a good, strong movement to the upside. Just based on that alone. I'm not saying, yeah, that this is looking great, but just from looking at this chart here, we've had two solid weeks of consolidation above the 50 moving average line. However, we're not out the woods yet for Bitcoin. So let's go back to the daily for Bitcoin. And there's our pump, guys. Right, so on the daily, not looking too great on the daily. Currently, we've obviously broken down from resistance. So what this is the 200 EMA, which is the exponential moving average. You can see we hit resistance there, and it's too strong. So it looks like we might even the 20 moving average. We've hit resistance there. So it doesn't look like we're through the 20 or the 100 currently at the minute. So there's 2 strong resistance levels there, very strong resistance levels there for Bitcoin currently. So it's gonna need some serious volume to get it back above this level. If it breaks above that, it's more than likely going to be 8.8 thereabouts. You can see it there. What I meant was from consolidation, we had touches in this area. Was that 7-7, 1, 2, and what was that? 7-8, 7-7. Also 7-7 region, so good buying created in that zone. Is this sustainable? I don't know, guys, to be perfectly honest with you. We're still very much in a tight zone. We're not even in, we're still in a downtrend, end of, really. We've had lower lows, consistent lower lows, lower highs pretty consistently. Yes, we're in a bit of a consolidation mode here, which is good because that's what Bitcoin needs right now. However, we were in consistent consolidation mode here before we broke down. So it's going to be interesting to see how Bitcoin ends up. Ah, nice. Health Babe just dropped in. Fantastic. Hey, Silver Limey 79 and all just popped in for support. Have a nice day. And you too. Thanks, Health Babe. All the best. Limey and gang. Hello. I love it. Silver Stealer. I like the logo, man. I see you changed it. Nice and shiny. Silver Stealer says, hi, PMU. It mailed out Monday. Should see it soon. Maybe I should have bought at 7K, but I still think it has a chance to go down some more. I totally agree with you, Mudswad. I don't think, even though, anything can happen in this game, but looking where our support line was, I didn't see support in that area. Obviously, what can happen is that more than likely we're going to be retesting that level anyway, which is this resistance zone here. Where does that put us at 9.5? So it still needs to get through these two resistance zones first. We've also got resistance at 9,000, very strong resistance at 9,000. When I look at the comments, everyone gets overwhelmed when it comes to Bitcoin moving. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's pumping. Oh, next 15K. I'm just like, guys, just relax, will you? Geez, we've had the first pump in a while, but now everyone goes mad. Everyone goes mad. Because also you could be in the dangerous position of creating liquidity in this market, and for someone to go, you know what, I want to get some more Bitcoin, so I'll sell my thousands of Bitcoin, and then a price drops, and then they buy in low. But meanwhile, old Johnny over here, he's got to sit with his 8.5 grand Bitcoin. So just know what you're getting into, guys. When it comes to Bitcoin, it's highly volatile. You can pretty much lose your shirts with Bitcoin, and pretty much any crypto. And only put in money you're prepared to lose. Once you understand that fundamental, go ahead. Only invest money you're prepared to lose. Anything can lose money. Let's have a look. Cool, Silver Stealer. I sent yours and winnings out yesterday. I didn't make it to the post office on Monday. Silver Stealer says, and there was a 2-ounce melon and lab type 5 released. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Sounds interesting. Sounds juicy. Just a bounce before a dump. Got to keep an eye on it. My stop is in a small profit. I know I probably should have seen that coming, Silver Giveaways. I should have realized that there was more than likely once we hadn't fallen below and we kept going, touching, going up, touching, going up. I should have realized and thought, now it's time to put money in, get that pump, and then dump it, and then hopefully get that pull back. I'll have to wait for the next one. Thanks, Limey. WIP painstakingly worked on that logo. Wow, it's fantastic, man. Shiny now, super shiny, well polished. It's a polished plate, a PP. It's dangerous to try and trade Bitcoin. Says the Precious Metals update. It's dangerous when you don't know what you're doing. Let's put it that way, because then it's almost like gambling. Like, damn, I didn't make any money this time. I'll throw another $50 in. I'll throw another 500 in. I'll throw another 1,000 in. I'm gonna make it back. I'm gonna make it back. Got to be careful, guys. Really, Bitcoin is just a pokey machine. There you go. Even Ozzy said it. For those that don't know what a pokey machine is, it's one-armed bandits. That's what they call them in Australia. Pokey machines for investment folk who don't drink. Yeah, so super interesting in regards to Bitcoin at the minute. we're not going to be looking at some of the cryptos because I've already got the crypto market cap open. Platinum currently, guys, is at $8.92. That's interesting. It's up $5.87. Silver is holding about 2.5 cents up in the green. Gold is almost about $2 up. Platinum is almost $6 up, and then palladium is almost up $5. So from a precious metals perspective, guys, if you'd bought palladium in 2016 in January, you would have made a massive profit today. Absolutely massive profit. So congratulations for those that actually invested in palladium those many years ago. Let's have a look. Silver Giveaway says, if it falls below my entry, I go short, but no loss either way. There you go. I mean, if you bought in at 7.7 and it's already at 8.6, it's already $900 up effectively. So you've got a $900 gap level. So you could create a stop loss. So if it drops at least, and let's say if it dropped at 600, you could effectively still make profit. Yep, a precious metals update. Where there is risk, there may be a little reward. I know, and the rewards have been very little in Bitcoin. Currently, there's too many losses. Hey, Silver Ripples. If you're buying a little and holding long term, then it's not as dangerous, really. It's dangerous for those who do short term trades and, like you said, don't know what they're doing. Absolutely. Look, I mean, precious metals update. If you're looking at holding for the longer term, why not just buy on the lows? I know there's a lot of people that tend to dollar cost average, but then just dollar cost average on the dips. You can't really lose. And you're reducing the amount of risk. Nick Molnar says, I never invested in Bitcoin. I did invest in Apple back in 1994 when it was under $1 a share. I cashed my 100 shares out 3 years ago. You can do the maths. Nice, Nick. You're right, Silver Ripples. It's all about your risk appetite. And that's also true. I know there's not many people that go hunting for risk. I know the riskier markets tend to reward you more. I mean, I always think of this. There was someone who did a video there, and I think it was the Stacking Stormtrooper, and he was talking about silver as an investment. And to me, it sounded like he was putting across that silver was. I mean, to me, it just sounded the way he was wording it was he was more pro silver as a long-term investment. And yes, in the longer term, I mean, if you look at the last one we've had a fairly good run for silver, and it's actually outperformed it. However, how the two lines have got there are completely different. So I'm going to try this angle that way. That's probably the better angle to go for. Right. So we'll take gold, for instance. Right. Gold has been pretty consistently, on this upward trend for years. And obviously, without zooming in into the bigger aspects of the big movements, it's a lot more steady, and you get consistent growth, and it's less volatile. That I'm sure all of us can agree with. Silver, on the other hand, is more volatile, more risky. However, you might get the same result at the end. What I mean, you might get the same result is that you tend to get a lot more action. So you got gold, which is pretty steady, climbing up. You might get this action for silver, doing this kind of movement up, down. However, it still reaches it eventually at the top. Or obviously, for instance, in the last run that we've had, silver has outperformed it. However, it was more action in regards to it getting there. Whereas if you want stable growth and less risk, then gold is the way to go. And I think anyone looking at investments, if you look at any investment advice, the first thing they'll talk about is when they say commodities. What do they say? They say gold. They don't say silver. They don't say platinum. They don't say palladium. They say when any investor talks about commodities, he's going to talk about gold. They're not going to talk about silver. Ryan King says 85% silver in my portfolio at this point, looking for big moves over the next 2 years. I've managed to consolidate a lot of silver and turn it into gold. So what I've done is I've reduced my risk appetite for silver. And I was just talking about risk appetite. So I've managed to reduce my silver holdings, and I've increased my gold holdings by, I mean, almost, I mean, about 150%. Oops, there was an interesting comment there. Nick Molnar said, that is right, Silverlimey Silver. That 100 shares I bought paid for me house I lived in. There you go. Good man. That's true, Limey. I agree. But the dips, and don't get caught up on FOMO. And that goes for BTC and the metals and stocks, whatever. You're absolutely right. Everyone could be exposed to some form of loss. Gold is by far the better metal for long-term quote-unquote investment. Absolutely bang on. I'm into everything for the longer term. I don't own enough of anything to make flipping worth it. That is MudSwat. And then precious metals updates. Silver is a play, and when it starts to outperform gold, then it's time to start converting or selling. Very true to a degree, but I've managed to make some profit on the silver that I've sold, so I'm happy about that. One thing I will not take a loss on precious metals. I'll sell it, make a profit, even if it's a small profit. I'm happy. Don't take losses on precious metals. It just doesn't make sense. So why even get in it in the first place? Vanilla oranges and coffee beans. Precious metals update says, and then when it goes back down and the ratio backs up, it's time to buy back in. It's another thing. What's the ratio? I'm actually starting to see a lot of commercials about silver, especially from Lear Capital. That's interesting. Health Babe. I think Health Babe's left us earlier, but there you go. And that's brought us to the end of the stream, guys. So thanks for watching. As usual, we've had our midweek wrap up, and then of course we're going to be looking at the end of the week stream. Hopefully, I'll be adding a few more. We're going to be taking a look at some articles. We should hopefully see a lot more movements. We'll definitely get a clearer picture in regards to how Bitcoin is going to perform. I'll probably post a poll in regards to Bitcoin, gold, and silver. So I'd be interested to get your opinions on that. So just make sure you're aware of that. Make sure notification bells are ticked. Make sure you hit the like button so that's the thumbs up. If you go there now and it's not in blue, make sure you tick it, please, and it shows up in blue. A special thank you for me. It's always an absolute pleasure to chat to you guys, to go over this. Silver Giveaway says, for me, silver and gold are a hedge. I hold some, but make better returns in Bitcoin. You make better returns in Bitcoin. Smash the like button for you. Peace, everyone. That's Silver Stealer. Silver Ripples. Well said, Silver Limey. Thanks very much, Silver Ripples. And hi, Silver Giveaways. Missed you. Great stream. Thanks very much, Nick. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to watch out for the updates, and I'll be posting that poll, so make sure you check that out. And man, there's some great comments here. Thanks, Silver Limey. Not sure what a limey is, though. A limey is what they referred to in the old times in the sailor, because the British sailors were the first ones to introduce vitamin C. So what they did was they had lemons and limes on the ship. So because they were the first to introduce vitamin C as part of their diet on ships, that a lot of the other sailors would joke with him and say, "Oh, he's a lime juicer." Meanwhile, of course, they were cutting down the scurvy. Probably the people that came up with that name are the probably ones that died because they didn't have vitamin C. So the term limey just means lime, like lime. It's actually limey is lime juicer, but just limey is a nickname, sort of a derogatory term for a Englishman. However, I accept it. Thanks, SilverLimey79. You're okay. I don't care what Precious Metal says about you. Take care, everyone. All the best. I'll see you guys on Friday. Man, some great people here. Let's do some shout outs. Scurvy. No scurvy. Interesting. Yeah, because without the vitamin C, you got scurvy. Exactly. Limes, says David. And Aussie there, fantastic. Don't be resistance, become support. Join Silver Army 79 here. Fantastic. You're great, man. I really appreciate it. Let's have a look. Elite Comics and Cards. Have a great evening, Silver Army. Thanks very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button there if you're not subscribed. Elite, and obviously those that are listening. You fine people, have a great day, right? But let's say shout outs to Bigfoot Bigfoot Silver Hide and Seeker. Then we've got Elite Comics and Cards. We've got Aussie Alchemist. We've got David Carlisle, Silver Stealer. We've got Mudswat, Silver Giveaways. Man, always a pleasure. Precious Metals Updates. Mudswat. Nick Molnar. Silver Stealer. Silver Ripples. And we'll do one more. Ryan Kings. Thanks for watching, Ryan. I'll hopefully catch you on Friday. And I'll see you all on the next one. Don't forget to watch the other videos. The links I have up there. You press the put the cursor over it, click on the I button, and don't forget to watch those other videos. I'll see you soon, guys. All the best. Chat soon.